It is a Friday afternoon, and we are back on the Real Talk brought to you by the Youth Platform. I am your host, Malango Mwanga, and on today's show, we continue to talk about the Regional Adolescents Health Indaba, which is the RAHi 2024. Joining me are three amazing guests. The first one being Watoya Sambala, who is a ETA trainer. We also have Memory, who is a student midwife. And we also have our legendary Taitu, who is a musician and activist. Lastly, our most important person, who is our sign language interpreter, Chansa Shadrick. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm super excited to be having a beautiful conversation with you today. We are going to be talking about the RAHi 2024. This is a topic that we've been talking about, I think, for the past 3 to 4 weeks, almost a month now. That's just how excited we are, and we're going to keep talking about it. So, as we dive right into it, I'm going to start with our very own students. I hope that's okay with everybody because, come on, I'm a student, so I'm definitely going to favor her. So,
It's okay.
yeah.
You get a pass on this one.
Okay, so we're going to start with Memory. Memory, can you just tell us a little bit
Yes,
about yourself
okay.
and what you do? Are you with us? Okay, I think we're having a little bit of some difficulties with Memory's network. I don't know if she's still with us right now, but yeah, okay. So we'll move right to Vatoya, since I think our memory is having a little bit of some internet difficulties. Yeah. So, what do you see right now? We're going to be talking about mental health because mental health is one of the topics that are going to be talked about at the RAHi 2024, and I think it's just okay that we tell the people about mental health and what it is all about. So, what are the main obstacles that you see when it addressing mental health?
Hi, I'm Vietoa. I think the biggest challenge is people don't actually understand what mental health is.
Okay.
Just from that itself proves as a big challenge because if I don't understand what something is, how am I going to overcome it? Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So most people don't understand what mental health is. So just from there, there's a lot of confusion as well as stigma. I may know what problem I have, but the moment I tell somebody else about it, becomes another problem, right? So most
Yeah,
people have got
true.
self stigma, they've got fear of what others will say, and that will prevent them from addressing their mental health problems.
Okay.
Yes, those are the biggest challenges, I think.
So I think we really need to dig in and do so much when it comes to advocacy about mental health. Yeah, because I think people are not really understanding what exactly it's about. So that's very hard for people to understand. And talking about mental health, we also have culture. Zambia is an African country, and as a country, we are always based on culture. One or another, we're always going to be based on culture. So, how do the traditional beliefs of our country and the practices in Zambia influence the understanding and treatment of mental health?
It plays a huge role. I
Yeah,
feel
how's that?
like whatever someone believes in is what they think is the actual truth. So let me give an
True.
example of, let's say, postpartum depression, right?
Yeah.
So as an African, as a Zambian, I believe that I must love my child even before I give birth to this child, right? I must feel some sort of way. So now imagine this young mother has given birth to a child. Okay?
Yeah.
She feels
Yeah.
nothing for the child. Who is she going to tell to say, I feel nothing for my child? I'm not connected to my child.
Yeah.
Already people will judge me to say maybe I'm just into witchcraft, I want to sacrifice my child, which is
Like
like one of the
evil, you're
most
evil.
common things. Yes, you're being evil. You want to sacrifice your child. We've seen how
Yeah.
so many old people are accused of witchcraft simply because maybe they've got dementia or something. And they say, this is witchcraft. Why is somebody moving around maybe naked and they can't even remember what their name is? This is just witchcraft, you see? So all those beliefs and traditional aspects of our life makes it very hard for people to talk about their mental health challenges. Our traditional leaders rarely talk about mental health challenges. Even the church itself, we can't remove it from our belief system because Zambia is a Christian nation. if I have depression, the church say pray it away, just pray. Those are demons, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
again, it's very difficult to open up to people I trust with a lot of my issues if they tell me that is demon possession. So I feel
True.
that our culture shapes so much of what we believe in when it comes to mental health, such that people are not opening up about it to say, this is the problem I'm having. Even people with substance use disorder, I don't want to use that
Mm-hmm.
word because I think it's a very rude word to use, but we say that
Yeah.
so many of those around Lusaka, we just think those people are just bored. It's in our system to say, oh, you man, oh, you sakula right? Like this child was just not raised right. That's why they're acting that way. And yet most of these have got very serious mental health problems, right? And they can't
Yeah.
open up to people. And instead they turn to substances to help comfort them or go through whatever they're going through. So I feel like tradition, our cultural beliefs, our Christianity plays a huge role on how mental health is addressed in this nation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's very true. Everybody who's watching the show right now, please let's start telling our grandmothers and our parents and our fathers that if I'm a chakolwa, deal with me mentally first. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not make that as an excuse. But all you're trying to say is sometimes people don't do certain things because they want to, but it's because there are certain mental battles that they're facing, and all we have to do is help them out instead of being judgmental as a nation, instead of being judgmental as youth. We can actually go through and help people. Thank you so much for that submission, Patoya. Now we are going to the baby Beyonce Ngane Liko. Oh. Mr. Taitu.
Oh, now you need me. Should have started with me first.
We've always needed you. We've always needed you.
You made me
Yeah. So
not to like the Atoya right now.
no, we need you now. Because the student we needed disappointed us with internet and ran away. So now we are coming back
Yeah.
to our roots. We need you now. So from
Okay.
me being a youth, trust me, your music has had a very great impact in my life. I am a millennium girl, a 2000 girl, as they call us on the internet, but we are still able to know you and we know your music because of the great impact that it has on us. So, what exactly is on the ground for us now from you as an artist? Apart from hosting the TYP, I know you've been doing that. What else are you doing other than that when it comes to your music career?
Obviously, more music. I've been in
Yeah.
the studio for some time, and I'm actually done with the new album, and it should be
Wow.
released
Okay.
anytime soon. We're just doing the final touches to it. And
Yeah.
if you see in the background, I'm always sitting here because this is like my office, and that's where
Yeah.
a lot of things just happen. So yeah, there's new music coming too. I believe I have a bigger message now as well, and it's um more like aligned to my purpose. Obviously, when I started doing the music, it was from a fun factor the first time.
Yeah. For
But then,
entertainment.
even though I still had, yeah, being a young person then, and it was all about entertainment, even though the messages I was putting out were speaking to people much older than me and
Yeah.
young people too. So it's
Yeah.
only now that when I look at my journey and I understand that my purpose has always been to put out such content that will help shape people's lives, people's relationships. And it's
Yeah.
it's bigger now. I can break it down properly, even when I'm invited to certain functions, for example, weddings. I can
Mm-hmm.
break down a song. I feel like this is when I'm actually performing the music I released many years ago.
Wow.
So when I break it down now, it's like from a bigger understanding. And, you're talking about mental health. So if I put out messages that can help a lot of people out there and
Mm-hmm.
help them get to a state where, okay, I can handle whatever stress that life throws at me. This guy sang this song and it's speaking to me. There's this message and
Exactly.
it has changed a lot about me. So that makes me happy at the end of the day because I'm contributing to society positively. And on that big day, when the big boss comes back and asks me the question, what did you do with the gift I gave you? Be like, you see, it's right there. I helped
Exactly.
and I put out this message that helped a lot of people. So yeah.
No, I
Otherwise, more music and cheers to everybody that's been listening to me all this
cheers. We're always here. We're always having your back and just backing you
time.
right there. And I
Thank you.
love how you mentioned mental health into all these, and for the fact that you actually mentioned that you have an album coming. So I'm going to touch
Yeah,
right there on that album, because I'm pretty
yeah.
sure the music that's on that album is a little bit different from the music that we knew from back in the days, produced by Taitu. How exactly has your music evolved like over the years, and including the ones in Indaba as well?
I think like right now, boldly declaring my faith in
In the
you know,
out there.
and it's that type of space where I understand what type of message I'm supposed to put out, because
Yeah.
I'll look at experiences that I have gone through in my little life, the things that I did, the things that I got away with, things that if I look at people that I used to hang with, some are no longer here today, buried a long time ago, and I
Yeah.
survived all of that. So to be here, I think it's only foolishness if one does not realize that then you're called for a bigger purpose than just entertainment and just playing around. So
Yeah.
obviously, I released my first gospel album last year, and response
Mm-hmm.
was good. So obviously, some people were kind of shaken because they're trying to figure out where I stood. But the fact is, I've always been a believer in Jesus Christ, just that now it's
Yeah.
louder than it was before, because I understand my personal journey and I believe it's something that is so necessary to share with the next person. So the
Yeah.
album that's coming through, obviously, is not like 100% love songs. There are some love songs, but the main focus
Okay.
is preaching to
Okay.
many. And, again, I will speak about mental health, because if I do not give you a message that uplifts you, a message that, you know, keeps you looking forward to the positives and talks about everything that you need to understand about life. Yes, you will face the difficulties, but there's always light. Yes, you
Yeah.
will go through certain things. People will disappoint you, but come on, there's somebody that's with you every time. So you maintaining that stability and understanding that this is just life. We'll have ups and downs. Like the boss himself said, in this world, you will face trouble, but be of good cheer because I overcame. And he's already telling you from the word go, like you will face those difficulties, but it's not permanent.
Exactly.
So I'm coming with that angle as well. Say, okay, this is what I represent. This is the message. This is purpose. So the millions of people that listen to my music, I want, when I leave this earth, for example, I would have done my job in leaving that positive message. I would have helped that person who I don't even know, but will see me
Yeah.
and think, wow, this person meant so much to me because they helped me out of a situation. So yeah, something like that.
Wow. You have no idea how excited you've made me for your new album. I'm so excited. I think I'll be one of the first streamers. The moment it's just out, I'll just be there, because just having people
That'll be good.
speak through the music is so amazing. Just last week we had Roberto on the show, and he also mentioned him speaking to people through his music. And you mentioning that
Yeah,
as well just shows me how amazing the music industry in Zambia is evolving. It's just not all about entertainment, all about love songs, all about songs that will make us dance in these clubs,
yeah.
but now it's
Because
evolving and being helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, because the big thing out there is every artist, if there's any watching me right now, we're not just given these platforms to just make somebody feel good at the end of the day. The message that you carry plays a major role. You are responsible for however, whatever person out there is going to behave afterwards. So we need to be very careful with the message we put out there, because so many believe everything that we get to say is Bible truth. So why not just stand there and actually put out Bible truth? So
Yeah.
yeah, you need to be responsible with how you handle this. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Miss Memory, are we okay now? Is the network okay? I think it cut at some point.
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay, okay. I'm glad. I'm glad you're back with us. So basically, I asked everybody to just tell me a little bit about them. I think I would want you to tell me a little bit about yourself, other than you being a student in midwifery. What else you do? You can also talk about your program, because I think it's actually good that we have a health personnel right here while we're talking about mental health. So can you just tell us a bit about yourself?
Thank you. My name is Kawombeka Memory. a student nurse
Okay.
at Nchanga College of Nursing in Chingola. So initially, I am involved in a lot of activities dealing with adolescents and also the youth because I am a
Yeah.
youth. And in my community, I'm very active because I'm involved with restless development, if you've heard about it, under Ishiwi. Not only
Yeah.
that, also with Dreams. Um, I joined Dreams when I was at my secondary level. Even up to now, I'm still
Wow.
with them. And I'm also the ambassador of Dreams in Chingola.
Wow.
So
Okay. This is great.
with my career, I'll talk about a bit. So it's involving all about us helping the women in the labor ward, and not only that, also giving some contraceptives to them, those services we give them also. So
Yeah.
in most of the situations, knowing that I'm a youth, I'll be able to deliver such services. Why? Because I am a youth, and that youth won't be able to shun away from getting the contraceptives. So we
Yeah.
advise them to also get access to those contraceptives and everything. And it's more like a plus to me, knowing the fact that I'm in this field. So working with the youth, being involved, is also giving the services, it's even become an easy for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something exciting because you are a youth. You know what's on the ground because I know for a fact if I ask you what's on the ground when it comes to maternal health, when it comes to youth being involved in maternal issues, I know you know what's best. So it's actually good that we have a youth who's able to just voice out and tell us first-hand information of what's actually going out right there in the field. I know you can't be on this platform memory if you've never heard about TYP, if you've never heard about the RAHi. Can you just tell me about how it was the first time you actually heard about it and what your impression was concerning it?
Okay, so TYP, I came to know about it in 2022. Uh, the
Okay.
same Dreams. They just called me and said, "Remember, you are supposed to attend a meeting. We are having a meeting in Indaba in Lusaka." Then I was like, "Oh, okay." So at the back of my mind, what I was thinking about is, okay, this TYP is dealing with the youth, and I believe it's also talking about maybe the about the HIV, the one which is spreading every day like no man's business. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so how are they going to now help out in how to treat the same the spread of the same virus and everything. So I
Yeah.
was like so interested so that I know how they are going to come up with the plans on how we can reduce the viral load, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
in some of the people who are HIV infected people. So I wanted to know about it more and more, and after that, I had the interest, and
Mm-hmm.
I reached that RAHi. Then my expectations and everything, it was all suiting, because
Yeah.
I had to listen to the people who are also in the health system and everything, and they are also working on it. And by God's grace, I don't know what I can say, they're working hand in hand with different organizations that are trying to reduce on the viral loads of the HIV infection and everything. So it
Yeah.
was so a plus. And who I also came to know about the 95-95 strategy. So
Oh, okay.
it's more like at school, I'm learning it more like we were learning about it in the 1990s. So when I came that side, they came and told me to say, no, it has been revised from 1990 now to 95-95. Yes.
Wow. I love to hear the fact
So that's
that
what I can say about it.
your
It was so amazing.
expectations is what you went and found there. I just love that statement on its own. It just shows everybody and our viewers how you are going to expect so much when we go for this RAHi 2024. Trust me, whatever you have in the back of your mind, just keep it there, because when you go there, it's going to be enlightened and it's going to be even bigger than what you thought. So now we're going to dive into a bit of some comments, because I can see there are a lot of comments that are coming through. So I'll just read some comments from our beautiful viewers. And before I do that, just to keep people in check, today we are going to have another giveaway. I think those who were live with us last week knew that there were two lucky winners, two lucky viewers who got a free boat cruise, courtesy of Redson Blue Livingston. So today we are having something amazing for you guys as well. So please just be there and be on the lookout, because it's going to be random and you might be the lucky one. So now I can just dive right into the comments from our viewers out there. All right, so we have one from Gloria Chilubat. Taitu, we really love you. Love you. I think that's how it's supposed to be. We have literally grown with your song, and it's not only brought happiness to us, but to our family too. Taitu, heads up, that's for you. People are happy with your
Thank you,
music.
Gloria.
We have another one from Ellen Mwape. I love the fact that it's now coming from his purpose point of view. Keep going, Mr. Taitu. Today we have a lot of Taitu
Thank you.
fans here. This is dangerous. Okay, we have one from Ben. Yeah, some people have changed because of the messages from the songs. You see what I was saying about music? Zambian music is becoming amazing. It really is, because now it's not just making us dance, but it's making us grow. Another one from Gloria Chiluba. The music industry keeps on getting better and better by the day. We love that music is moving in a way that it gets to talk about issues faced by a community and also to us as adolescents. Big ups, Gloria. Thank you so much for that amazing comment. Ellen Mwape again tells us, have just heard 9595 for the first time. What's it about? I would like to know it. Please explain it for me. Memory, is she here with us? Please tell me she's here, because this message is definitely for her. Chikumbi Chabwe, what is mental health? Can someone define that? We are definitely going to keep that question for the person we keep hammering with mental health issues. I'm coming back to you. You're just going to enlighten, because I know you briefly gave a description, but I think they just need you to shed more light. From Wezi Muntali, great approach, using music not only to
Okay.
entertain but to transform lives. Thank you so much, Wezi Muntali, for that. From Chikumbi Chabwe, young people and adolescents are responsible for over 40% of the new HIV infections in Zambia. How can we address that? Wow, young people. As a young person, I'm ashamed, but we definitely have to look into that as well. Ben, another one from Ben. I have also done a song entitled "Early Pregnancy." It's speaking about how adolescents get pregnant at an early age and what are solutions to that problem. Ben, we are looking forward to actually listen to that. If there's a way that you can just click the link in those comment sections so that we can be able to listen to your music, that would be so amazing. Very amazing. So those are some of the comments that we had from our people. Now we are going to dive to Viatoya. Viatoya, mental health is definitely for you. Actually, before I get to that, I'm even wondering why I keep firing you with mental health issues. But CTA trainer, what does that mean? Can you just explain that to us?
Okay, so I'm a CETA trainer. CETA stands for Common Elements Treatment Approach. It's a
Oh,
mental health therapy that is used in Zambia. I'm currently working for CIDES, and we are implementing it at CIDES in our facilities in Lusaka, Western Province, Southern and Eastern
yeah.
Province.
So it's very much beautiful that I'm firing you with mental health issues.
Yes.
Okay, so looking at the fact that mental health is something that's being faced in our community by young people, older people, and definitely as a community we work together. So what role do you think the community and family members or their support systems have? What role do they have when it comes to mental health in the country?
A huge role, I would say.
Okay.
So the family, the community is like the first line of response, right? If I'm having any problem or challenges, the first spot to notice or should notice or know is my family or my community,
Great.
right?
Yeah.
So how they respond to a lot of issues regarding mental health influences how somebody, it actually influences the recovery period for a person. So for
True.
instance, if I am having a mental condition that requires me to have caregivers, right? My family must be there to support me, not only with the physical needs, but emotionally, mentally, financially. So the family plays a huge role in the support system. The community too plays a huge role because, they say a child is raised by the community, right? So a community is like there to help raise the child or anybody. So if the community is accepting of my condition,
Mm-hmm.
let me give an example of somebody who's mentally retarded, right, in the community.
Yeah.
So, at times those people move anyhow in the community, right? At times they'll not have food, they'll not be dressed. So if the community is able to like, okay, this person has got a challenge, mentally challenged people, sorry, this person has got a challenge and they need to be taken care of, they're able to come in and shoot this person, take care of this person to an extent that you might not even know that this person has got a mental health challenge. So the family, the community plays a huge role on how somebody recovers from their mental health, as well as how they acquire their mental health. At times family can make the situation worse or better. So family communities play a huge role on somebody's mental well-being.
That's really true. And this one is not boasting, but I'm just saying right here in Chinama, because I'm a student at Levi Monawasa. So we just have Chinama right here. And I think as the Chinama community, we've reached a point where we want to help these people because we do have cases where somebody who's not mentally okay escapes from the facility, they run, we find them in the road, and the best we can do is actually help them. You would never find somebody judging somebody who's mentally unstable here. That's just how good we have become as a community. Sometimes we even talk to them, we chat with them because we are now understanding them, and these are people that we love. So as a Chinama community, kudos to us. Not boasting again. We are just we are just happy with the work that we are doing here as students. Madam Batoya, I think I'll have one last question for you. I feel like I have troubled you so much. What type of mental health resources do you think we need in the country? Services that you believe that would need at Zambia that would help to deal with this issue?
Firstly, I think I'd just like to point out to say we do have mental health services resources in Zambia that most people do not either know about or utilize due to either not knowing or just stigma itself. Okay. So most of the facilities have mental health departments there, and you find very wonderful that will help you overcome your mental health challenges. We have Chinama, which has, for lack of a better term, a bad reputation around it. But best believe to say Chinama has got resources meant for people who are having mental health challenges. Like there are very well trained people there. And that's like a hospital. People go to hospitals for different reasons, right? Others will go with severe conditions and others will go with very mild conditions.
Yeah.
People should think of Shainama that way as well, because you find all sorts of people there. And I have done my internship at Shainama before, and people do receive their help.
Yeah.
Yes. And we also have a number of private facilities around Osaka, most I think in Osaka. If you go to the PAS directory, so PAS is the Psychology Association of Zambia directory, you'll find different mental health services that are available in the country. But before we even utilize these resources, I feel that sensitizations must be done in the churches,
Yeah.
in school, at community level. People should understand what mental health is. So I think there was a question asking, what is mental health? So mental health
Yeah.
is just simply your mental state, the well-being of your state to be able to overcome stress and deal with day-to-day challenges. And when your mental health is overwhelmed, it means I cannot deal with my day-to-day issues and my stress levels are high. So that's where mental health challenges begin to come in. And then, of course, we have mental health conditions, which also stem from that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I think it's just important to make people understand that when we talk about mental health, we are just not talking about the mental disturbances that everybody thinks of. Mental health is
Yeah.
broad. You being emotionally down can affect your mental health. You having family problems can affect your mental health. You drinking so much, being an alcoholic, abusing drugs can affect your mental health. So I think it's really important for us to just educate people on how broad mental health is, so that they can know that it's actually something broad, because when you understand it, you are able to deal with it. I think that's really important for our people. Mr. Taitu, what's going on? What's going on? Are we okay right there?
What's that? You're breaking a
No,
bit.
are
I think the
we okay?
network
You look
is.
too quiet. You look too quiet. So I was wondering,
I'm
is everything
listening. I'm
okay?
listening.
You're
I'm
learning. You're learning.
listening. I'm here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad. So now let's talk about the music industry. We are talking about mental health in adolescents, in youth, but I'm pretty sure in the music industry, you people also go through mental health. You people go through stress. You people go through pressure. That's the reason why I try to highlight the fact that mental health is so broad. How do you think people in the music industry deal with mental health? How do you people deal with it in your industry?
I think I won't really just close it on just the music industry, because remember, every artist out there is still a human being and experience the same things that you get to experience.
Yeah,
Embark
true.
on a project, and sometimes it will work out, and sometimes it won't, but up and keep on doing your thing, because with the music, if you have a passion for something, you don't just give up this and then. Obviously, there's thoughts of, are people going to love what I'm about to put out? How
Yeah.
are they going to receive it? What's happening in the market? Do I have the finances to fund these projects? Is my mind okay to actually put out content that will speak to somebody there, like, correctly? Because if your mindset is not so good, I don't think whatever you're going to put out will help anybody out there, because you're already starting with a negative mind. So it is important for any person out there to have those close people that you trust and you can have
Mhm.
conversations with. The
Yeah.
thing that I'm always telling a lot of people is, don't bottle up things. You're going through some challenges, you're facing some stressful situations. Speak to somebody out there. Unfortunately, we've seen cases where people have taken their lives because they didn't really know how to approach certain things.
Yeah,
And
true.
I advise young artists as well, before you get into the industry itself, understand what exactly it is you want to get out of it. Because
Yeah.
if it is just for the fame, trust me, you will not handle it. You won't last.
Yeah,
But if it's
true.
something that comes from there because you have the passion for it, it changes the whole situation. Whether you have a hit song or not, the fact is you're message based. And you just want to reach out to that one person who will hear that message, because you really want somebody to grow and move out of a certain situation. So
No,
it is
that's
important to understand where you are, where your feet are standing, and just know yourself. Know
yeah.
yourself. Yeah, I
Okay.
think
And
yeah, we can end there for now.
I would just love to boast on your behalf. I think today I'm doing so much of boasting. Boast on your behalf. Taitu is actually one of the people who are featuring on the RAHi magazine. Those who have gotten a chance to get hold of that
I'm
magazine, you
finally
had it.
famous.
You were famous. You are times two famous, because you were already famous. Then now we are you are times two famous. And you not only been on the magazine, I am well aware that you have attended some of the Rahais before. So what has your experience been like at these Rahai events?
I'm the type of person that has this understanding that a lot of things to do with young people is
Yeah.
things that I should be a part of, because I was very young once, messed up a lot of times, and I have this chance to kind of put this knowledge in another young person, say, hey, don't do that, because I once did that and I found myself in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I see a lot of young people gathered together, exchanging ideas and talking about things that affect daily lives,
Yeah.
because imagine once one contracts, a disease, for example, and a lot of things change. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that's why medical personnel memory, you have counselors that will ask somebody, say, hey, let's talk. This is not the end of your life, because one, everything is disturbed up there. So when you see
Mm-hmm.
young people get together and they talk about things that affect them, um, helping each other, speak out, don't do this, don't do that. I need to be a part of, because then I can share my 2 cents on certain subjects. And it's been something that's really made me happy. And I'm so glad TYP are spearheading this, because young people, at the end of the day, we say they are the future. So why not
Exactly.
make sure they're guided, and why not add so much knowledge into the brain so that that future is protected, because then they have to pass on the knowledge to the next young people that will come up. So it's
Yeah.
up to all of us who are still young to
Mm-hmm.
play a part and share the knowledge that we have to many. So I'm happy to be part of the RAHi, and I really enjoyed everything that went on last year's RAHi. It was a very good
Yeah.
experience. I made the
I,
Minister
I,
of Health dance. I didn't even know she knew my song. It was
see,
cool.
see, you people are doing the most. If ministers dance, you are doing the most. I was so excited when you mentioned young people, and then I saw the doubt on your face. What's the problem? You are a youth. Why did you make that face?
I'm it's that situation where I'm out of the youth bracket, by the way. And
Oh,
though I
God.
look like I'm still in there,
I know. That's the
and
reason why
I
is
I
he?
I thank God up there for giving me this vibe. Like, I still
Forever
fit
young.
in, and you know. So you find sometimes when I'm sharing certain stories, I'll hear questions like, "How old are you, by the way?" And I'm, "How old do you think I
Mhm.
am?" And most will be like, maybe your late 20s, early 30s. And I just laugh. I'm like, wow, if I still look like that, then it's a chance for me to share more insights on certain experiences, especially with the music industry as well, and just things in general. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be a part of it.
Okay, that's amazing. I think still more comments running in, so I'll just read a few of those as we continue with our conversation. So just this is one comment from Brian Wene. In Zambia's complex socio-economic fabric, youth mental health confronts formidable challenges and economic strain. Scarce resources and limited access to services heighten the burden of depression and anxiety, while high unemployment rates deepen feelings of disillusionment. Expectant and new mothers face additional hurdles in accessing essential maternity care, impacting maternal mental health. Persons with disabilities navigate a landscape marred by stigma and discrimination. Yeah. So this is for Brian. And from Brian's comment, we can see that he highlighted mental health. He highlighted maternal issues. He literally highlighted what we're talking about here and just gave us those challenges that we're facing. Thank you so much, Brian, for that amazing comment. It's been a very good comment to read. One from Micho Zulu. Are there mental health programs for health workers, especially to help them through work stress? Are there mental health programs? And I'll keep this question in mind so that we can ask our amazing guests. One from Ellen Wape, exactly true, but some families, they will even be the first people to make a negative impact on your issue, which are going through. But luckily, I'm learning. I'll be able to help in some ways, and I'll be able to help in some ways I can at if at all I intend to encounter someone who is going through a bad situation. Thank you so much, Ellen. I love the fact that you've been able to learn and you just want to go out there and showcase everything that we have taught you here. Brian Winnie, again, great information from Vatoya. Primary prevention and promotion should go as far as churches. Sensitization should start from home. Thank you so much, Vatoya. People are happy with the information you had for them. Another one from Odita Mono, mental health is everywhere, is only that people don't know, but most of the time, any person has mental health. Exactly what I was trying to highlight. It's like people don't understand what exactly mental health is. That's the reason why we just have to tell them about it. I'll read my last one from Amon. Very important topic for adolescents. Amon, this topic is important. Be there at the RAHi because it's going to be one of the topics that we talk about when we are going to be there. Why is it that whenever I want to shoot memory with the question, she's just running away? Is it Airtel or MTN? Copper belt is MTN. They are troubling us. Okay. All right. So, okay, let me just read one more last important comment from Martina Chamulonde. A lot of adolescents out there fail to open up on issues that have to do with mental health because of the fear of being judged. This is important, being judged. I think we judge our friends so much, and that's the reason why teenagers fail to open up because we are facing a lot. I think from our two guests remaining, memory just keeps running away. What do you think people should expect at this RAHi 2024 in terms of mental health? I think I'll start with Vatoya and then we'll go to type 2.
Hi. So I think highlighting from last year's session, I think I'd attended the session last year under mental health, should have been on the very last day. We had some sections where we had adolescents come up with some of their questions, ask their questions and they're given feedback, as well as just understanding some of the challenges they face, which I feel is important because it's a platform where people can easily express themselves and you have a great panel of people who will be able to respond to your questions with facts, not with beliefs. So I think it would be a great session for all the adolescents who are able to attend. Please do attend. You have so much information there for you. And information is power. My poor parents, because the lack knowledge or power, lack knowledge in this case, your wisdom is very important. Know what mental health is all about, and you'll be able to overcome some of the challenges you face. Because it's not every mental health problem that needs you to see a specialist. You just need to know how to overcome some of these challenges, and you can't overcome what you do not understand. So do make time to go there. You will have a lot of information given to you, and to definitely help you one or the other.
Okay. Mr. Taitu, what exactly are you expecting at this RAHi 2024 when it comes to mental health?
I think it's unfair for me because Viatoy already pointed out a lot of things that I was going to say. But I'll just put it this way. I think I'll also link it to the last comment that you read. Like a lot of young
Mhm.
people are so scared to open up because they feel being judged. So obviously
Yeah.
with Rahai, there's going to be a lot of people that I want to come through, and some will actually share their personal experiences. So if you find yourself in that situation where you don't really know how to open up or how to speak to a person, I think that would be the right place to come to because there will be people who are facing the similar situations that you go through, and you could actually meet somebody there to have a conversation with one who doesn't even know who you are, but the common thing is the situation that you're facing. So I'll just encourage a lot of people to attend and not miss it. So yeah, hopefully I will be there.
We hope you'll be there.
Yeah,
They hope for putting in some doubt, but we'll
no, I
force
will
you
be
to.
there, definitely 110%. I will be there.
Okay. So everybody
Yeah.
who's watching, mental health issues are going to be talked about. Whatsoever you are facing, the RAHi 2024 is a free space and it's going to give you that free environment where you are actually able to express yourself and just learn more about how you can deal with your mental health and what you can do for yourself. So we've come to the end of our program. It hurts me that we didn't really get so much from our medical student MTN. We are coming to fight MTN, I think, from now onwards. But it has been an amazing show. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. Thank you so much for our guests. And yeah, that's all we had for you today on this amazing Friday on the Youth Platform. Have a lovely afternoon.